Hey guys, welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing Star Wars Episode 3. They just re-released it in theaters for like the 20th anniversary or something. I remember they did Episode 1, don't see Episode 2. I feel like they had to and I probably missed it or something. But I'm excited because I've left Star Wars and I want to rewatch Star Wars movies at some point, all the Star Wars stuff at some point, since I'm off the list. So let's, without further ado, what are I like this movie. I don't think any Star Wars movies are really bad per se. There's some I like more than others, but none of them are like god-awful. I don't know if it's low on the list. I do have to release the best ones, obviously. And then I think the prequels come in, then the new ones, they kind of vary, and then we have this little spin-off deal now. But yeah, so what do I think of this movie? I like it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's the best Star Wars movie. I don't think it's the worst. I can see why people don't like it, and I can see why people like it. It's one of those ones where I'm like, it's kind of divisive, and has so many memes and stuff with these movies. It's like, yeah, but general thoughts like it. So it is fun to see it in theaters again and watch the movie and watch it for I haven't seen it in a long time. Like, yeah. Some of this holds up, some of this feels a little weird dialogue-wise, but yeah, it's fun, so let's jump into it. The movie is, I'm gonna do this pretty quickly because most people have seen this movie, so I'm not gonna go into too in-depth on what happens in the movie. Other than they go and save, it starts off with Obi-Wan and Anakin, go and save the Chancellor, kill Count Dooku, then obviously they come back, and eventually throughout the movie, the Chancellor is like manipulating Anakin to be on his side and stuff and da-da-da, because there's this darkness in him, and then obviously, Obi-Wan goes to find General Grievous, fights him, Yoda goes to Kashyyyk, there's all this stuff happening, and Anakin stays behind, and what probably not a good move, but yeah, he wants him to like spy on the Chancellor and stuff, and he don't want to because he's like, you're my friend, and he kind of like, basically Chancellor gets him to save him, and he's giving him stuff about, oh, you saw this thing about Padme, stuff happening to her, and he's like, yeah, I can give you this thing that'll help you save Padme, and it's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna save him, you doing the dark side, what I think is what kills her, so if you didn't do that and stopped him, I think he would have saved her, and it would have been probably fine. I feel like that's the case, because I feel like he, because he chose the dark side, because he saw these visions of her dying, it's like, he dies in childbirth or whatever, that's because, and that he died in childbirth, what for the record could happen no matter what size he chose, so that could have not been affected. On the good side, at least it would have been a lot less stressful, a lot less things, maybe could have helped, but he obviously eventually, basically knew them go to fight, this Sith Lord, Chancellor, and then obviously they all lose, and Mace Windu, I was like, yeah, they all die, Confisto, I think it's one of them dies, one of them there, and Mace Windu, does he die? And I'm like, he's like losing an arm or something, he's electrocuted and flown out a window. For a couple of things I'll say, losing an arm does not mean you're dead because of the fact that you can give a right arm for seeing it. Anakin and Luke happened before, and then being electrocuted at the end of Empire Strikes Back, not Empire Strikes Back, Jedi, Luke gets electrocuted a lot more probably than he does there, and he gets, and he survives. So I think the electrocution can kill you, but it'd have to be a lot of certain things. And he kept flying out a window, but he could land on anything, a car, grab by Jedi, so like, he's probably dead, but also watching that scene again, I'm like, cause I'm not in that, also I'm a comic guy, so I'm like, there's ways you could survive that. I could see them making a way where he survives. They're just saying. So Mace Windu dead? I'm like, I'll be able to say yes, but I'm like, there are ways you could survive that, I think, in my opinion. But also I'm using the comic book logic of stuff. I'm like, that, like, we didn't, it's not like you got stabbed in the heart or something, you just flung out the window and then he's like, oh, he's gone. Well, we didn't see his body drop to go and die. You know what I mean? We don't. But he's probably dead, but yeah, But that's my comic logic thinking. But obviously Anakin does the same when he kills the younglings and all that stuff with everybody. But what I will say, this is probably the funniest thing, when he goes to kill the younglings. This thing like, that's a Skywalker, you hear saying it with lightsaber, and then he turns out with lightsaber and he's about to kill him. There's a bunch of people in my theater, like a row of people who were together, teenagers or 20, they kind of cheered when that happened. I thought it was funny when Anakin kills the younglings. I'm like, okay, that was funny. I'm like, when it comes to the disturbance, this movie is kind of memeable, so I'm like, I cannot understand some of the jokes and people doing stuff like, that's fine. I'm like, that was a joke, so like, it made me laugh. I'm like, kudos. But obviously he does that. Obviously he then goes to fight. Yoda fights Palpatine, and Obi-Wan and Anakin fight, and Padme tries to stop him and stuff, and all this stuff. And then at the end, obviously Anakin gets fucked up, becomes Darth Vader. Padme has the two kids, dies. They get sent off to wherever, and that's Darth Vader's story begins at the end here. And that's what the movie is. It's pretty quick, 5 minutes. I wanted to go for this quick because everybody knows this. Like, it's a movie where I feel like a lot of people would know. It's like a great common movie that most people have seen. I want to just kind of blow through it quickly because it's not that hard. This one's not that hard, but the movie's great. And also I forgot, because they still went on Kashyyyk. One of them is called Chewbacca. So Chewbacca's in this movie. I'm like, oh, I didn't know one of the Wookiees was actually Chewbacca. So like, interesting lore. Oh, I did not know that, so that was fun. And then, yeah, that's the other thing I want to mention, that he's technically in the movie as well. Also, to introduce people in the movie as well. Jerry Lewis is cool, even though this is the only thing he was in, other than comics and other stuff. But yeah, this is great. I enjoyed it. And let's get on to the rating of this movie. I like it. It's not the best Star Wars movie, but definitely not the worst. I'm gonna give it, we'll give it a 6. Like, I don't think it's the worst Star Wars movie ever. And you can say, I still really like it, even though I'm giving it a 6. I do really like it, but I think there are plus things, like some stuff will make me go like, okay, there's definitely better movies, but I think kind of also I think a little bit gets like guilty for that's why I'm like I enjoy it more, but as a whole, as a movie going, I think I'm rating it less because of objectively be like I like this movie, but there's stuff in it that I can tell is not great or not good, but I can still watch it and enjoy it. But this is a 6. What do you guys think? Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars? Let me know in the comments down below. You guys can always stay epic. See you next week, guys. Bye.